I don't think I've told you this. I'll tell you this right now.
Yeah.
Maybe I've told you specifically to that. So we were playing Philadelphia Fury. I think it's the team of the name, the name of the team. So Philadelphia, they were at the time. This was Nisa's first year. Philadelphia was going to be part of that league coming into the fall, and I had a friend who I'd played with in San Antonio who was going to be the captain for the team. So he had already a strong hold on the team, and I felt he could have given a good recommendation for me to maybe bring me on trial. This is before the Detroit opportunity, before I had already signed the contract with Detroit. I reached out to my friend and said, hey, do you think you can talk to your coach? I would fly out to Philly. I'll pay my way there. Like, I just want an opportunity to join the team. My teammate, well, my ex-teammate at the time, he said, okay, well, he's asking for a resume. Can you put it all together and send it to me? I already had it ready. Within 5 minutes, I said, here it is, send it to him. And then he said, wait, he's a little confused. It says that you're 6 foot. And I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, well, he told me that you're not tall enough to be on his, like he said, word for word, you are not tall enough to be on this team. He was looking for taller goalkeepers. I mean, that's really what it was. So I said, what? Like, they're not even going to bother looking at me? He said, no, they're looking for somebody with a bigger size, a bigger frame. And I kind of brushed it off at the time because I was so easy at brushing off opportunities. I felt like personally attacked. I was like, okay, well, I was going to pay my way out there and you don't even want to see me because I'm 6 foot. Sure enough, I signed for Detroit. Within 2 weeks, I'm playing against them. I'm playing against this coach who said, we don't even want to look at you because you're not tall enough for us. And I saved the PK. We win that game 1-0. And I go after the game, I go look at him and shake his hand. I look him dead in the eye. I said, you should have signed me.
How did he react?
He didn't. I remember at the time, I think he was a little bit angry at how the game turned out. He looked at me and he didn't really have a response. It was, that I remember shaking his hand and said, you should have signed me. And honestly, thankfully he didn't, because that team folded about 2 weeks later. So yeah, it's funny how things work out and stuff. So for keepers that are self-conscious about their height, because I see a lot of that online on YouTube and comments and stuff, is 5'11" too, like if 5'11" too short, is 5'10" too short, 6 foot not tall enough. Like, it's just, I don't know. It depends on the coach. That's another factor, right? If the coach is just looking for a specific frame or specific size in a goalkeeper, you're going to have no chance, clearly, right? So move on. Go find somebody else that doesn't care about that. Yeah. So that happens a lot. I hear that a lot. Am I tall enough to be a goalkeeper? Am I tall enough? I mean, Barthez won a World Cup at 5'9". There's plenty of goalkeepers that are not as tall and have had lots of success in the Premier League and World Cups and stuff like that. So there's your example. It can be done. Is it going to be harder? Probably. So figure it out.
It's like a microcosm of your career is, okay, they don't like this thing about me. I'm not going to dwell over it. I'm just going to find what I can offer and what I can bring to the table. And then we go from there. So,
but don't be stubborn too. There have been times in my career where I'm stubborn, where I don't feel like I need to change. Right? You don't want to become a different player or sell yourself somebody who you're not, right? You don't want to show up to a club or a game or a training session and try to be somebody you're not, right? You want to stick to your guns, stick to your strengths, be who you are, but be flexible. There's things that you can evolve about your game or go about it differently that I wish I maybe could have done earlier in my career. Would have been a lot better for me. So be firm, right? Have that confidence, have that idea of who you are, what you bring to the table, and then be a little bit flexible around the edges to adapt to the team, because that's what pro sports is about. The coach signs you to do a job. Can you do it the way he's asking you to do it? Because that's the way he believes is going to win games. And that's it. And if you do that enough, you'll probably have a long career.
Amen.